Cake business logistics. Boring but essential. To do stuff, you need to know how you're going to do stuff. Right, so number one, who are your suppliers going to be? Shop around for like the best deals on your favourite brands, best wholesalers. Get to know the big cake suppliers. If you're loyal to them, once you've placed a few big orders, they're likely to give you a discount. If you ask, you have to ask though. Quite often supermarkets can have the best prices. It just depends on what ingredients you prefer. Also, you have to worry then about them running out of the items that you prefer. Quick tip, try to stick to the same brand of ingredients to achieve consistency with your orders, because different ingredients will give different flavours and textures. So what you think is the same recipe may taste very different the second time they have it, because you've used a different butter or a different self-raising flour. Okay, if you've got some really good cake suppliers, tag them. Right. Number two, how and when are you going to produce your items? Watch my trainings about organising your working week, and there's one about habit stacking your working day for best efficiency, because business is about producing the most items in the least amount of time, but while maintaining those standards that you've got. So learn about batch producing wherever possible. If you're making a few fondant butterflies, make a ton of fondant butterflies. If you're producing things factory style, it's better. You know, you're making more in a shorter amount of time rather than having to unpack and repack everything. So think about if you're going to have a minimum order. That's a good one as well. Number three, how are you going to get paid? I cannot stress enough the importance of getting some money up front, at very least a decent deposit. A lot of cake makers now insist on full payment in advance before they even produce the order, because COVID caused so many problems with last minute cancellations and postponements. It cost us a lot of money. Most customers are not going to have an issue. You know, if they were to place an order for something from Marks and Spencer's, they're going to be paying in advance for it anyway. So if you're going to be accepting PayPal, get that set up. If you're accepting bank transfer, have your bank details on a memo on your phone, so you can just quickly copy and paste, so you're not having to tag them out every time for every customer. If you're going to take cash at the door, are you going to have some change in the house? Are you going to carry a float? So have your payment systems in place from the get-go, because that saves any awkward conversations when it comes to, like, do you realise that I normally get paid, a week before? It saves all that happening. Saves the awkwardness. Number four, how are you getting the items to the customers? They need to know in advance if you don't offer delivery. Because some people will assume it's included, especially if you live close by them, which most of us do. If you deliver, are you going to charge extras for delivery? Are you already accounting for it in price? If you deliver almost everything, include it in the price. Again, have a memo on your phone with your address and your phone number for collections, so you haven't got to type it out for every single customer. Just anything that can save you that bit of time. Number five, what equipment and starting stock do you need, or what's it going to cost? I'm going to do a video about that, possibly next. Right. Number six, how suitable is your home for running a business from? Like, do you need to make any adjustments? Do you need to clear space, move things around? You need space for your stock, you need space for working in. And what if your business grows? Have you got space to adapt, Number seven, do you need to consider the family routine and how disruptive you being up making cakes till all hours is going to be? Or do you need to set boundaries for family, for your neighbours dropping around for a cuppa, while you're working? The thing about working from home is not everyone realises you do need to work, and they'll drop in for a brew, ask you if you can babysit and things like that, because you're at home anyway. But no, you've got to get your head down and be working during your working hours. So set some boundaries around that. Number eight, what online accounts do you need to set up? Email, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, if you're into TikTok. Your PayPal for your business, I've already mentioned. Have you considered getting a website? Do you need to look into that? Number nine, what about banking? As a sole trader, you don't need a separate business bank account, but you might find it useful. If it's something you'd prefer, look into that. So Oh, and number 10, how are you going to do your accounts? Think about that. Do them weekly, please. Keep an eye on the money because that's what you're in it for. So, all stuff to think about. Go and write some stuff down.